Here, people, bless upon yourself. Welcome to another live show. So tonight we have something special in store for the viewers. We are going to reason with music brand strategist and founder of Island Rock Entertainment, a man called 𝙀𝙀𝙀. We're going to reason about music and the music business, and we're going to talk to somebody who have in-depth knowledge about the music, and we're going to get some insight as to where the music is right now and how we can move it forward. Because we definitely need some other discussion in the space. You get what me I say? Yeah, we can get a little mix-up thing a break for a while and have some
Medea, man, Medea.
Conversation. Mr. Leng.
Welcome,
Mr. Leng. About that while ago, I thought my phone I run hot from there and me check so me have it plug in while ago and I didn't have it plug in.
So it chip out.
It chip out, but we're there.
All right, Mr. Leng. So I could kick it off that way. I have come to know Mr. Leng based on a lot of social media postings where you talk about the music business. And by just listening, it sounds like you have in-depth knowledge about music and the industry. So tell the viewers a little bit of how you derive that knowledge where you have about the music.
All right, so I've been in this music business for almost, I'm 47 now. I've been in this music business from 13. I started as a gopher at Donovan Jermaine's studio. Go get patty and cocoa bread and summers because I was so intense in my ambition for being in the music business. I decided to start wherever I could have started. And over the years, I've progressed, learned the knowledge of the business, and I got an opportunity in the early 2000s to be at the university, at the campus of the University of the West Indies doing a program. A lot of people don't know that besides from being in music, I'm also in tech, and I'm also considered a pioneer in a lot of the technologies here that we have in Jamaica. The list I could go through, and we wouldn't be talking about music. But it was at that time on the university, the campus, I decided to write a book called The Genealogy of Reggae, 1200 BC to 2010 AD, which I treat the most intense and most extensive research that has ever been done on reggae. And that's the name come from, reggaeology. Because while everybody else was studying music, ethnicity, and ethnomusicology and all of them something, I wanted to study reggae specifically. By the time I exited the university, that 4 year at the campus of the university, I decided to start a thing called Reggae Data, which is currently considered the largest repository of reggae data in the world. And as technology advanced, we took advantage of the data that we were collecting using new technologies to create insights that nobody has ever thought about having specifically for the reggae industry. So over the years, I have developed that knowledge base specifically around the reggae industry. But as we go along, we have also realized that the business of reggae, there's nothing wrong with reggae and dancehall, is the way that we Jamaicans do business. And so we have started to focus on some of the pain points and pressure points that affected the music industry. Because for us to move forward, we have to change certain things. And that is why you hear me now sticking in 2025 with the mantra, navigating the new music economy. Because the old economy can't help we. We have to create a new base for exposure for the artists, new base to showcase them, new bases of bringing their music to the world. Because what we have forgotten in the traditional music economy is that reggae is an export-only product. And we totally forgot that. We sit here complaining about the music industry and keep on wondering, why is the music industry in the state it is? It's not that we're not selling records, because Jamaicans never bought records in the first place. The problem is started when we stopped pressing records. And that has been the detriment of our music industry. Because besides from, yes, everybody else can press records around the world. Look at today. Vinyl has held out and held out well. But what could we have achieved from maintaining a vinyl industry here in Jamaica? Not only just the ability for having music tourism, which is quite interesting, but also the fact that cutting your first record on your first edition of your record on Orange Street would mean a lot more than it being cut, and worth a lot more than it being cut in Canada or New York or Minneapolis. But you see, we're so short-sighted because we're always running for the next thing and we're always trying to catch up to the next big thing, that our industry now is in a state of literal disrepair. That's where it is, and that's the reality of where the business is at right now. Literal disrepair. But what is good is that we see a new generation of artists coming out. We see a new generation of music entrepreneurs who coming out, who entered the business either pre-COVID or during COVID and was hit hard with the realities of running a music business, and them decide to face the challenge of what it takes to run a music business and do it properly. And that is one of the biggest takeaways now in 2025. But the music industry is in a bad state, and we're not talking externally. Reggae is good worldwide. But when it comes to how we do business as a homegrown community, as a homegrown industry, yeah, man, there's a lot for us to do. You understand? So there you have it.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Ling. I'm going to piggyback based off of what you just said a while. Do you think the players, and may I include the artists them in this too, in the Jamaica music industry, do you think they lack professionalism? Because that is one of the complaints to me here all the time.
It's not a matter, and you see people always say this. If a youth wasn't taught to use a knife and fork, how are you going to complain when they use a spoon in public? Why are we always blaming the artists about how they do business when they don't know how to do business? We're never taught to do business, and they are just flying the wing and doing it as working off of what them say and how them know. But again, I ask you the question. We constantly push the blame to our artists when we don't have the infrastructure in place to teach a man how to eat properly in public. If a man was never taught how to eat with a knife and fork and utensils and go out in the road and eat with a spoon, who are we to complain that is the artist's fault, sir?
So where does the solution lies?
We should, all right. Let's revert back to the first, what we call the first wave of reggae revival. 2004, 2007, 2006, 2007, 2009, 2010. When you see artists like Protégé, you saw artists like Kabaka Pyramid, Chronics coming out. Later after that, you saw that whole wave, as they call it, the reggae revival, the new wave of artists coming out. All of them were incubated over by Billy Mystic. All of them were being mentored business-wise by a man by myself. So at the end of the day, they were taught how to do business. They were taught how to perform, because them at Jamnesia in front of one of the greatest, the band leaders of one of the greatest bands that ever come out of Jamaica, that are Mystic Revealers. So that is why these guys can perform, because they were taught how to perform by somebody who toured the world and represented our country well. But guess what? COVID came around. Everything get quiet. And what? All of these spaces withered away. So the youth them nowadays, we see, never had opportunity like Protégé and Janine and Chronics and Kumar and the Raging Fires and all of these artists that are prolific performers now. These young guys now did not get that opportunity because the space it had withered away. So now, when we can see these youths now, they can trick 2,000 people on social media. But when it comes to a crowd, them can't fool 50 people. Because they have no performance skills, they don't have no stage dynamics, they don't have no vocal range, they don't have a lot of things that is required for them to be able to secure lucrative performances on high visibility stages outside of Jamaica.
So, Mr. Leng, basically what you're saying now, navigating the music industry in 2025 requires adaptability, technologically savvy and strategic planning.
And not only that, you have to be a working artist now.
There is
the days of when you had a drug dealer or a trucker, foreigner, somebody with some money who like the music business but don't know the music business and decided that they wanted to be a part of the music business. That thing where people are signing, them the days they're done. Them the days they're done for us, even though those opportunities are still available. Don't get me wrong. But them done for we, because we have, over the course of 3 generations, overworked our credibility and our social credibility with people in the music space. So, as I always say to people, in the 80s, where a lot of people would take a chance, major label people would take a chance with reggae because there was some sort of empathetic connection, you know, there was some sort of emotional resonance or connection with reggae. So they would try and try again. And out of bad behavior by the 90s, people were still trying with us. But by the time that generation phased out of music and you came now to the music nerds who all them deal with numbers, nobody know business who you was, who you did that talk to. If you're not on time for your interviews, if you're not doing the basic business things, nobody don't want to work with you because nobody not there for not diva or hall, nobody. And we have proven time and time again out of the batch of homegrown artists that our work ethic and moral values don't meet the criteria that is necessary for us to have high visibility. I keep telling people this.
Say that again. Say that one more time, Mr.
Work ethic and
ethic.
our work ethic and our moral standards do not allow us the opportunities that we see other people within the space getting, because at the end of the day, it comes back to the same thing I said. If a man don't know how to use a knife or a fork, nobody now go work with you if them realize say I eat with spoon.
So do you think then that the artists have a responsibility to learn the business? Because if you come in at the business, do you think there's some amount of responsibility laid at the feet of the artists to try and learn the business?
The first thing is that the music business is not about you sitting in a silo and hoping that you have a team or you can pay people to get the work done the way the work needs to get done. And that's how it works. And so a lot of artists feel say you can pay that publicist, and that publicist is going to take your money regardless of if your tune have leverage or not, because them in the business are racking up numbers. You're not trying to build a brand. We don't try to build brands, and that is the problem in our industry. We don't try to build brands. Brands come matter-of-factly. Like you have artists out there now who should have good global resonance, but they don't build strong global brands like Massacre, like Governor. I mean, call him. I'm not afraid to say. Their brands should have higher visibility than it is in the international space based upon the music they are delivering. But what? Nobody now look upon the data. Nobody not trying to reach out. Nobody not trying to create a brand out of the artist, so people need to connect with the artist. I keep telling people time and time again, my brother. People don't start fuck with your music until them start fucking with you. So if they don't connect with you as an artist or see something in you besides from being the next gimmick, right? Then why you think them are going to go back to your music time and time again? As I said earlier to you before you start the interview, it's like a food shop. You go to a food shop, you get good rice and peas, you get good fried chicken, you're going to go back there again. But if we are delivering mediocre music, low quality performances, and we're not facilitating premium exportable music, then at the end of the day, what are we doing? It's a waste of time. So the artists them have a responsibility. They have a responsibility on their own to know that when they're coming in the business, when you're coming creatively into music, that it also has a business side that they need to stick to. And most of them don't do that. They want somebody else to do the business side, and when somebody tear them complain. And when them don't look at them, think them complain. At the end of the day, the artists have a responsibility. And as I said, all the while to people, You don't have to do it by yourself, but at least know how it is done. And most artists don't know. When them and the management broke up, them don't even know of them sound exchange, them don't know nothing about MLC, them don't know nothing about ASCAP or BMI, them can't get in a them ASCAP account. And this is just a constant cycle. A constant fucking cycle in our business.
All right.
So yes.
As you're on that topic, let me ask you that question. Distribution. Do you think we need a distribution company in Jamaica to distribute reggae and dancehall music?
I mean, I understand when you say that, what you mean. What you mean?
Like distribute our own music instead of we have to depend on the internet.
Okay,
yeah.
So again, no, because we can do it on our own and we don't want to do it the right way. The government should do it or some other big entity. So when we fuck up and don't do what we need to do on our side to drive the music that they're distributing for us, we can have somebody else to blame. We need to get out of this big man mentality and this Jesus Christ and somebody need to come save us mentality in music, in society, and in politics in Jamaica. We sit here in 1970, in the early 1970s, a man called 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙖𝙘 come here from a country that was devastated in economic shambles and came here and look at the blueprint of a man called Michael Manley. Look at Singapore now. 5 or 7 years ago, a little youth rise up out of West Africa. Ibrahim Traore. And who did the man plan? The man look forward to rebuild Burkina Faso. Him look to Singapore. Him look to the blueprint of Singapore. That was the blueprint of Jamaica. Look at us here now. Right? Look at how far Burkina Faso has gone in the last 3 years, just with Ibrahim Traore in case. And we're still sitting down here in Jamaica, waiting on a big man to come and save us, waiting on Jesus to come and save. Nobody not coming to save us. We got to do it ourselves. And we have to do it the right way.
For real.
There's no quick silver bullet to solving homegrown reggae music problem more than we just do business the right way, brother. And stop hustle the business. Like, how hard is it? I look upon the youth them, and I'm saying to you over and over. Everybody, perfect example, Shenseea. Everybody bitch about Shenseea trying to work her way into the mainstream. And they're going to say, she sell out, and she do this, and she do that. The same saga and same satire that you put around Sean Paul, same satire and put around Shaggy. And at the end of the day, we don't realize that what they are doing and what Shenseea has done is the formula. Because I keep telling people, the culture don't recognize you until you have done it for yourself. Good enough for the culture to recognize you. So if you are going to want to do it for the youths, that tune is for the youths them in Maxfield, that is how far the tune is going to go. It might reach Harborview roundabout, but it's not going to go on a plane. Because how is anybody going to resonate with what these youths them in a Maxfield are got you? Right, exportable music. And this is another thing. Bob Marley was never, let me explain something to you why we are pigeonholed into this position that we are now in 2025. Let me take you back in a little history here for a second, people. I know I chat enough, but I want to take the opportunity for showing some things. When Bob Marley died, Chris Blackwell was not marketing him as a reggae artist. He was being marketed as a rock star. Jamaica, up to the point when Bob Marley died, Jamaica had not accepted Bob Marley. See?
That's new information for me.
Sort of things. Listen, man, I know what
that's new information.
Me hear it. See it? And at the end of the day, when Bob Marley dead, Jamaica saw this whole outpouring and outcry for this man that them never accept. So they had to coin a term, and they had to find some way of spinning a PR so they could take a piece of this whole outpouring cry and get a little piece of tourism and whatever for Jamaica. So they came up with the term, the king of blood clot reggae. And pigeonhole the business from the day Bob Marley dead till now, them pigeonhole the business into this king of something. And nobody can outdo Bob Marley as king of reggae, so them go to king of dancehall. And everybody fighting over that and fluttering over that. And everybody lock themselves because to be the king of reggae, you have to do what reggae music resonate. But Bob Marley was being marketed as a rock star. If you look, even for who we consider the king of reggae, most of his music was pop. A pop game, all of them in Grammy. It was a pop sound. So it don't matter what music you want to do. It's exportable. The fact is, it's a Jamaican export product. So whether Shenseea want to go and do pop and R&B, why should we complain? Why? What is she doing wrong more than selling millions of records for herself? What she should be doing? Going up there and speaking in a tongue and a language that people don't understand? Let's get to that fact. Shaggy Sean Paul, Buju Banton, Popcorn. Why you think these artists, and you see I'm going to pick them random from generation, including Protege, and why? Because these artists don't speak in patois. They speak in broken English, just like Bob Marley. But we've taken it from broken English to patois, which some people might understand. So now we're narrowing it down to a diasporic range. Then now we take it into another thing when man I say ersker and ratatatata and into literally an entire language and lingo that nobody can understand but people within a certain proximity in Jamaica, as a matter of fact. So how you think people are going to enjoy that are foreign? Even Elephant Man, dance all night, sing and play. Broken English. Look at all the songs that break from Jamaica and hit Billboard and hit solid. When I talk about no little 1 week thing, we are talking about weeks on Billboard. Omi, Cheerleader. Let's look at the songs. Let's talk about the fact that one of the biggest dance and disco songs in the world, Baby Don't Hurt Me. You know that song there?
Yeah, man.
All right. You didn't know says that Trinidadian do it?
No.
Okay. But if Trinidad did a burn out Hathaway the way we burn out Shenseea, there would be no, that song would not be around. So we need to stop fight the artists when they're trying to do something different. See it? Because genres don't exist anymore. What exists is your cultural identity. So when you're trying to act like a rapper and I talk about trap dancer, is the trap dancer all dead? Like nobody can tell me nothing. It's dead. Dead.
Well, that was going to be my next question. The debate about dancehall, the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
genres don't
before we go to some slower, more ask him a question.
Hold on, let me just make that statement. Genres do not exist again, gentlemen. Genres don't exist. If you're not selling feeling, moods, and emotions, nobody going to fuck with your music. So you can go and ball for the picnic them in a Maxfield and go and ball for the ghetto youths them. Ain't nobody buying that shit. Ain't nobody going to be seeing the struggle on the street and using music as an escapism tool and then want to come in on them house and hear about sufferation. Nobody don't want that. Music is an escapism product that should resonate in feelings, moods, and emotions and not genres. Because if an artist do that, he might go lock himself in and then become frustrated. And when he don't get a response, he might go say, yo, at that and blame it on everybody else but himself for strategically pigeonholing himself.
Now, Mr. Leng, how can an artist build a community and engagement in today's fan ecosystem?
Be authentic. Be yourself. Show people who you are. And they will decide if they like your music. Just show people who you are. Let me tell you something. Authenticity is so rare that when people find artists who are, them connect.
But now the master of digital marketing has shift. Because you know, say TikTok people are prioritize TikTok, Reels, and all sort of social media platform.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, when them do that, as I said earlier, you can fool 2,000 or 20,000 people on Instagram, but you cannot fool 500 people in a crowd. How much of these artists that we see on these social media, if we say, yo, live in concert, $20, how much you think them can fill a room of 200 people? No. Them can't. They can't. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to show you a perfect example. They have a thing called Kingston, what they call it, what they are? Kingston Sessions. And a girl of Haitian Belizean descent via America come here named 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙖𝙘. And I've been waiting to see that girl come to Jamaica for about 2-3 years now. Because I didn't know, so anytime she come on the stage, I would see the blossoming of a star right in front of my eyes. That girl came and made everybody who we see on social media within that space look like an amateur. A lot of artists that I even myself, you know, rally behind. She made them with her live performance look like an amateur. Simply because why? You can't fool 20,000 people on Instagram and social media, but you can't fool 500 people in a crowd. And a real artist, people are going to see it. And that girl blew up. That girl blew up in Jamaica. Like, me literally watch a flower bloom in front of me. I mean, know, say that girl named 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙖𝙘 going to be a star. And it's not like say we don't have artists here with that sort of potential.
So, Mr. Ling, what would you describe as a direct-to-fan platform today?
Direct-to-fan platform?
Yeah.
Being yourself. I just tell you.
Okay, being yourself.
It's a funnel, bro. You're not just going to get people just getting up. You might find 20,000 people are following you, but at the end of the day, it's only 20 people fucking with you. But them 20 people is willing to spend $7.99 a month with you, or spend $100 a year with you.
Yeah, that I mean is, yeah, in terms of digital marketing, like building email lists, Patreon and stuff like that.
But yeah, but you can do all of those things and still you can build it, but will they come? If you're not that type of person that people want to engage in, why you have to start at the top of the funnel? And the top of the funnel is engaging with followers and fans and people who engage with the music. You have artists out there who are behaving as though they are pre-moderners. So even if somebody like your music, you can't even collaborate with them, or you can't share the music with them or tag them in it. Like, what's the sense? It's called earned media. Your fans out there creating media around you, but you don't want to be a part of it because what? You're this big artist. So you lose out. And then when these platforms become big platforms, you want to be a part of it. No. You have to be authentic. You have to be engaging with followers. There are formulas to this thing, as I tell people. But nobody not looking at that. Everybody I look on how much likes them get, how much arts them get. Nobody not looking at what's the ratio of the people that like this post and the people that commented on this post. What was the watch ratio of this post? For example, TikTok is one of the biggest tools they can use for testing music, but most artists don't use it.
Yeah.
You can do your A and B test them on TikTok, go back and look on your insights and know from your insights exactly what song people like. But people now, most artists are waiting for somebody to do that, and then they want somebody else do it. And then when they don't, because when they don't engage, bro, it went, all right. Let me break it down for you. Music marketing is like two chemicals. When you mix the two chemicals them together is when you get the action or the catalyst or whatever you call it there when it starts spark. That requires marketing and artist interaction. If the two of them now going at the pot at the same time, you're not going to get the reaction where you look for out of the two chemical them. And that is what it comes down to marketing. Most artists believe that them can hire one PR and PR going to build a brand. PR is not about brand building. It's about public relations. That's a whole different thing. Marketing is different from public relations as a promotion. So when people come, yeah, man, I can do your marketing and promotions. Which one can you do? Yeah. Because brand building, brand seeding, marketing, promotion, and PR are whole different set of kettle. And that is where you get the team. But most artists believe, like say, and especially our artists, when them get a little bubble, that them are do it on them own. And that's how it work. It's a team build legends, bro. Not an artist, yeah?
True.
And you can ask Sean Paul that and Shaggy and ask them if I lie, me I tell. It's teams build legends, not artists.
So you just say most artists nowadays want to stay independent more than partners strategically?
No, they want to be in control of their music career. And so them hire them friend and them company. So them hire them bridging who is a mechanic to be them manager. Them hire them bridging that was a sickie to be them security. And hire them sister to be them booking agent. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. But at the end of the day, if you really want to do your thing right, you have to have the right tools. So at the end of the day, you have to do the thing the right way. You can't start it shabby and then expect that you can fix it along the way. That has been the detriment of our music industry, even in publishing. Yo, we're going to record the song and drop it, man. We work out that later. Don't worry, man. You are my manager, you are my sickie, you are my roadie. We're going to work that out later. No. Gone by already.
Make we shift gear a little bit. The Grammys.
What about it?
Big outcry the other day because a lot of people were expecting Vybz Kartel to win the Grammys and they never pen out that way there. And we hear different viewpoints in our social media as to how the Grammys work and how them choose the winner and them thing there. All right. Give me a rundown how the voting process
means that your peers have to know you so they can review you. If your peers don't know you, they can't review you. They review those who they know, either by passing, by business, or via musical taste. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's not a People's Choice Award. It's not what Jamaican people like or what we love, or I don't know where we get the self-entitlement from that Grammys have anything to do with us when we don't even have our own award show in Jamaica. Like, let's figure out that first now. Let Babsy give us our own award show that can recognize our stalwarts and our new and emerging artists first before we ask about other people things.
All right. I was told that because one of the questions when we did ask is why Massacre album wasn't a part of the running for the Grammy. And I was told that it is because it does not have enough dancehall sound. It's more sound like a pop album why it never make the cut.
Who tell you that bullshit?
Is that your
Who tell you that bullshit? That's total crap. That's bullshit. Nobody in the academy is familiar with Massacre as how they were familiar with Shenseea. If you realize that Shenseea's team from October, from the time she got her nomination, her social media visibility, presence in media streams, the mainstream media, TV, radio, went up almost 1,000-fold because she was campaigning. You need to campaign. You need to make people know who you are, what you are involved with. You realize she come out with a little thing where she has sing the Bob Marley song to make people know association. I'm on this album. That's why she ended up with 2 nominations. Kartel, because everybody see the media buzz around Kartel, so them have a sense of who this Vybz Kartel is. Bob Marley, sure. Wailers, that's like a given. Bob Marley and the Wailers, hey, why not? See it? But most of the other people that we expected to be there couldn't be there because nobody don't know them, bro. And we know them in our diaspora. They have not left the diaspora and bubble for people in our mainstream for really saying this guy massacre. Secondly, some of the albums that we expected to make it into the mainstream did not, because people can't understand what the fuck we are saying. It's not, when you pass patois and start go down in a 𝙀𝙀𝙘𝙗 and all of these other lingos and slangs that we are into, it is incomprehensible for the buying market. You know who is the buying market? 18 to 34-year-old white people. That's the buying market. That has always been the buying market. When Millie Small sold 5 million copies, do you think it was black people buying it? Do you think it was Jamaicans at home at a time when we only had like 330,000 people in our population? No. We forget that music is an export-only product, but we want people to recognize us in a homegrown space. It don't happen like that. Don't happen like that. Even Hawaii, New Zealand, even the Papua New Guinea have their own reggae awards, but the home of reggae don't have one sensible award for itself besides from Caribbean music. What them can name it, Caribbean Music Awards. Lovely presentation every single year, right? And that's the only thing that we have a whole up ahead in the Caribbean as Jamaica is a Caribbean Music Award. Because everything else is very shabby. And let me just put that out there. Caribbean Music Awards is the only award show right now that me as a music professional proud of, totally proud of. Immaculate delivery, immaculate presentation every year, and it makes me feel proud to be a member of the Caribbean. But I believe we should have our own. So I'm not really sitting down and having a conversation with nobody around other people's plate. Because you see, unless I'm going to put something in another man's plate, we're not looking in there. So unless we're going to join the Grammys and rock the Grammys and campaign as a community, as a business industry, leave the people them thing alone. See, Babsy Granger tried to do some things for we before she leave. She set up the e-registry, she doing all. We get in there. Don't watch other people things, man. Don't watch people things. Make we do feel we have to focus on for the homegrown industry so we can go back out there and represent the business in the right way. Because if we don't, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to see in the next 5 years, the next big names in reggae and dancehall coming from the diaspora, not coming from Jamaica if we're not careful. And that's going to be our fault.
Okay. Because each time it come around to the Grammys, Mr. Leng, it seems like the Marleys, especially in the Jamaican space and the Jamaican diaspora, it seems like them get a beating each time it come around to the Grammys, because it's like people think this is unfair and it is expected that once a Marley name they them are going.
And you can kill people for who they are familiar with. Nobody don't owe it for go take up Massacre album or Governor album or anybody else album that was shortlisted last year or should have been shortlisted last year. Nobody. Of all the 110 submissions, most of them were incomprehensible. The others that were not relatable. At the end of the day, the albums that were selected was what was relatable and recognized by the peers of the Academy. It's not a People's Choice Award, my brother. So there's no debate about what the people them come up with, because if the Marleys are the most visible, then they might go vote for the Marley them. You want a Grammy? Make yourself visible. Vybz Kartel was in jail, bro. Came out. As a matter of fact, he was nominated while he was in jail. Why? Because the entire world was watching this man thing. So by the time the thing spill over, it spill over not from entertainment, but it went to the mainstream news. Facts. This all sort of people. So those who didn't even know about Vybz Kartel as peers in the Academy got to know about Vybz Kartel because he was in their face for the entire time, coming into the summer, coming down to nomination, and then you had the show. Like, what do you talk about, man? You understand? But at the end of the day, they couldn't give it to him for one specific reason. And Grammy know why they never give him, but he might get it next year. You understand? Kind of fresh out of jail. So them couldn't really validate that. So it's the only reason him never really get a stand firm. But guess what? We give thanks for it. We give thanks for it. But we need to do our own, my brother.
All right, Sterling. What's your view about violent lyrics in dancehall? What's your view on that?
It's unnecessary. That's one word. It's unnecessary. Dancehall about girl and good vibes and good liquor. We remember back in the days you used to have dancehall and you look at the flyer, what the man used to say on the flyer. Bring your queen and leave your machine.
Bring your queen.
So all guns come in a dancehall business, sir.
So it sounds like you don't care, because I watch all people in the chat. It sounds like you don't care for the clash culture, none at all. Then.
For what?
The clash culture.
Clash culture?
Yes.
Bro, me supposed to show lyrics to you. And you supposed to show lyrics to me. You supposed to get a dub plate that I don't have and come kill me. And make me find a dub plate when I know you don't have and kill you. Show me how me telling you how much gunshot me I'm going to give you in the dance where make you win a sound. You think Stone Love look on the biggest sound them in the world. Mighty Crown kill people with Chronixx dub.
Yeah.
So what now come tell me about? Dancehall now, most of the selector them in a dancehall now worse than blood clot whore. Because them in the business to get money pull up. That them in a business for money pull up like gal. A girl alone if you throw money pan in a dance. When back in the days the girl them come a dance in a dance, you see the girl them a go on them thing, yeah, that is good. And you throw money and you make sure some money reach the girl them because them a sweat in a dance and a show up everything for in a dance and that them girl them forget the money in a dance. Now when you look, you see the girl them a try dance and you see one old set of man a moving. Hey, brother, dance are coming like I don't even want to call it, brother. I don't even want to call it.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Leng, you mentioned tech earlier, so are you in the support of AI tools used for music creation?
There's a difference between generative AI and creative AI. And we don't like to try to find the definition between two because we're looking for a silver bullet. Creative AI is where you use AI to help you in the process of production. Generative AI is exactly what it is. You just go generate it. And there's no soul in that music. There is no feeling. There's no moods and emotions.
So generative
AI is a good tool. It's assisted intelligence, although them call it artificial intelligence, but there's nothing artificial about it. It's assisted intelligence. And at the end of the day, if you're not using assisted intelligence in your business, in your creative spaces, in what you are doing, then you're really bottlenecking yourself. If you're if you are into film, it's the best time now to start put out movies because you have all of the tools that Hollywood had at them hands now, right there, so on your laptop. You don't even need the processor speed anymore. Everything can be done online. If you want to do music and collaborate with people around the spaces, you don't need Pro Tools. You can use a simple thing like BandLab. But most artists now want to have this and that and what them say them friend have. People don't give a rat's ass whether you use that vocal chain, whether you mix it through that, which studio you do it. As long as when them hear it through for them speakers and headset, them feel it.
Them feel it, okay.
So creatives need to stop bottlenecking themselves and say, I don't have this, I don't have that, I need this, I need that. Start to do what you have and put feelings, moods, and emotions into it, and you will see something happen for you.
Now, would you be in support of the hosting virtual shows and concerts or immerse AR experiences to reach global audience in a dancehall?
I think artists need to start fucking with Twitch, because Twitch is a medium in which artists can develop that same fan base that we were talking about earlier, and it's like a direct fan base where people You know, Twitch is a very, very, very good experience for artists that can wrap their mind around it and put themselves in front of the camera. It can work. It can work.
No.
You know. But besides from that, virtual concert is always an opportunity you want the artists them take up because it helps them to hone them skills and hone, you know, what they are doing show-wise right now.
Yeah.
Dancehall is the echo chamber, as said by Dr. Dennis Howard so well and eloquently. Dancehall is the echo chamber of the people. See? Mm-hmm. So dancehall speak to the heart of the people, but dancehall as the echo chamber is also the space in which it is also the poor man's school room. You understand me, I say? It's also the place where people come and learn. And that is that has always been what dancehall has been. It is the outlet in which ghetto people and poor people who work hard and under a whole heap of pressure come to release and relieve themselves. So why you're gonna be in a gunshot every day and want to come in a dance, come dance to gunshot song? That make fucking sense to you. That's a vicious cycle of fuckery. It don't make no sense. There is nothing good out of it. Tell me how many songs that we have as gun songs have become international hits. Please tell me.
Not many.
I'm waiting. Find them, no man. Rack them up for me.
Yeah, not many. I will concede on that.
So what's the point? So what's the point of selling banana if you're going to sell one banana a week? And then complain when every time the people them pass, you start them stop and buy mango, or in this case Marley. Come on, man. Be fair and truthful where truthful is, man. We're doing substandard music and the people them don't want it, and because them don't want it now, we are trying to find somebody else to blame. If the chef is not cooking good food, where am I gonna blame? The gas company? Come on, man. We need to stop finding an excuse for our shortcomings as an industry. Plain and simple.
Okay, so as far as Mr. Leng is concerned, there's no place in a dancehall for a gangster song.
No, you see, gangster song. We move from gun.
Same thing. Me just use it, the language interchangeably.
Gun song, gun tune.
Gun
tune. You talk about how much Mach 11, AK, this, that, how much shot you have, how much barrel, how much dope you make. Them song there, if it was up to me, none of them song they couldn't even play in a dancehall. If it was up to me, like, no gun song couldn't play in a dancehall. But if you talk about, you have to do your thing for feed your family, you have to move little weight and this and that and that. Yeah, these are stories we can deal with, but me not tell nobody if you turn a drug dealer no more. But if you turn a drug dealer. But at the end of the day, that's better than telling people if you turn a god man. There's reality and roots there's reality and roots to the lyricism and the environments in which the lyrics them rise from. But we don't have to portray it and glorify it. There's a difference between writing from an observer's point of view and glorifying fuckery. And gun tunes glorify certain things that we don't need. Because most of the youth them don't have no father. And I use same one the artists them I look up to. Because the mother them don't even provide no guidance for the youth them now. Why you think people are ball about artists role model more than ever? Because most of the youth them don't have no father. And the artists them, the mother them and the grandmother them I look to now to play a good role. Because them I look to play a father life. Cause it's not like even where they grow up and where they have uncles or some big brother or some people where care about we as youth for guidance. Now none of them youth and no guidance now. Artists them are guide them now. And so that is why the society is balling out for artists them more than ever now, because the youth them not a father, brother. Youth them not a father. And we there perpetuate foolishness and I create this vicious cycle that at the end of the day, the mother them can't help. Society is overborne with and all the rest of we sit down on the sideline and complain how the youth them reach us. How them reach us? Because all them hear about. I remember the music that I used to listen to as a youth set I foundation now. And I realized as a father, as a single father, that the music I play in my household set a foundation for my youth. So as much as we're there, the parents, them, but most parents, them are not parents. Them treat them picking them like pet. Them now grow children. Them now grow people for tomorrow. So at the end of the day, as I always say, why we going to blame artists? Can't blame artists, brother.
All right. So let me go to our next extreme. What about those songs in a dancehall way degrade women? Like, I thought the very degrading one them.
Brother, all of them current wave of song is inconsumable for a radio. If your song is not radio ready, then what sense does it make? If your song, any song where you want to talk about and you don't want any category or any question you're not going to ask me right now, if it can't play upon radio, bro, it don't make no sense. So it don't even make sense we talk about it. Because if it cannot play upon radio, it is not, and it's not radio ready or radio friendly. It's not a radio, it's a road ready product. It's not a road ready product. You think anybody want to hear that on City Splash? You think anybody want to hear that on them big festivals? You running out in front of them crowd for 10,000 and tell them, oh, you want juke a girl down in our throat? That's not going to happen. No. You're going to go to Taboo. And the other little few club them where we have around here and run up and down, and the little two place them where them have around the Caribbean until people get tired of your song and you have to come back here and find another one. And then continue in that cycle until people tired of you. And you're worn out. 85 artists at the start of 2018 in trap dancehall, and we only have 4 left. Think about that for a second.
But I mean, people used to talk about the trap dancehall and say it now work. But when people say that, they say, yo, load the youth, them do what they want to do.
And exactly because them never did listen to nobody. So you allow them do what they want to do, and this is the result.
Now, Mr. Leng, how important do this radio play in today's era?
Radio?
Radio station, yeah.
Yeah.
Radio is very, very important in terms of building an audience and building earned media and building a lot of things that you can't pay for. But the problem is that the way radio runs in certain markets, you have to pay for those opportunities. And for the few that don't do it, they are very selective about what they play. So at either side of the coin, you have a gambit where you have to play with. It is what it is. You're either creating quality music or you're going to pay for play. And the only way you pay for play is when you're not making quality music. Simple.
As it resorts to media, we talk on the topic of media. Magazine, you're the one of a magazine, correct?
A few of them, yeah.
Could you let the fans know?
No, because at the end of the day, these platforms are there. Let me tell you something about what I'm building in new music economy. I'm trying to build spaces of visibility for deserving artists. See it?
Okay.
So if you see these spaces and you know some of these spaces and you see the artists them there, they didn't pay to get there. It is because they deserved to be there. Okay.
So that's it. This is a private club.
Because you have to, with everything in our life, you have to reach a certain standard. For you to become a doctor, you don't get it at the first year of medical school. You have to achieve certain things or show a certain level of things for you to move from even associate degree to your doctor, to your bachelor's, to your master's, to your executive MBA, to your doctorate. You don't just get up one day and say, oh, I'll call myself doctor. That only having a dancehall alone. And call myself king. That only having a dancehall. You have to earn a certain way. And it is really hard for this generation of what we call working artists to get the visibility they deserve, because everybody thinks from an artist come, I want visibility. he might take out a coin out of his pocket. Has he earned the space?
So now, Leng, but what about you just said the artists them are pay, but there is a payola system. Would you say there's a payola system within the industry that the artists them have to cooperate with for reach for certain platforms?
No. I hear me again.
Yeah, man, I hear.
Every disc jockey will tell you that they are in the music business. Every good disc jockey that you see on radio, every great disc jockey you see in the international space, they will tell you one thing. They're in the business of playing good music. The problem is that most of the people that approach them are willing to pay them to play fuckery. Why give up free money? But at the end of the day, you're going to see them same man there will take money for a song, go play another song and rinse it, and they were not paid for that song because them love it. Just remember that these jockeys are in the business to play great music, and if they find it and them like it, they're going to play it for free. And if you don't build relationships with these jockeys, you can be asking a this jockey to play a song for you, and you know you have a new song, and you don't go in the studio and go to 20 dub and start sending them out to all the radio people them and send them some jingles, right? Even a simple thing like jingles, getting jingles from artists in this paradigm here. Coming like pulling teeth, and the artists don't know say jingles remind people who you are every minute of the day. Even if your song not play on the station. This is Protege, or this is John, and you're listening to, or this is Skeng, and you're listening to Edge 105. Like, come on. You get me? Nobody now look and say, Ray. See? This is Lawgive, and you're listening to Unity XM Radio. Yeah, them thing there when your song now play, people still remember your name. But artists don't look on them little thing there and think to them have to give a dub. No man have to pay me for dub. You see them put up them thing about dub session. And then you come into people email and beg for play. Come on, man. Send me a jingle, send me a dub, send me some jingles. Some proper jingle too. Don't send me some jingle where you put on your phone and then me have to go edit. No. People appreciate that. Media people out there, and when them start campaigning for artists and them go Google the artists, not one good picture the artists not have. Them have some picture with them buckle up and stand up in front of people car and have some Instagram picture. Not even a good set of picture the artists them not have. People can't take you serious if your shit look shabby. Come on, man. Yeah. And people, and it's not like the business reach the stage, and it's not like, okay, I'm sorry for them. I said, no. Too much things out there and technology and tools out there now for making shit look good. Don't come to nobody with some shabby shit and expect them to accept it like you're entitled. No. Artists want tour now, go build a pitch deck, show people where you are, how much fans you have in this region. Go, like, come on, man. Yeah, come now, yeah, man, we need some booking in a New York. Pay and build a pitch deck. Build a pitch deck. So we can target people in New York to show how many fans you have in New York. And if the data show you don't have no fans in New York, why are we pitching to New York? It's simple. The data is there. The data is there. And I've been using data to my advantage for quite a while. But now the data is there. You can go pay $10 a month at Chart Metrics. It's not expensive like it was 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Artists, it's accessible to artists now. But tell them to go and spend $100 a month on subscription so them can know where them business at and have a bird's eye view of what their catalog is and how their publishing is. And them tell us them, nah, do it. But tell them to go and buy a bottle of fucking Hennessy at a dance at $260 US and they do it. And that is why people don't have no respect for the artists them in dancehall, bro. Because people will come from the States scouting artists and stand up in the dancehall and watch artists who complain about lack of marketing do $200,000 worth of money pull up. But yeah, you complain that you don't have the money to pay a PR person. Come on, man. Nobody going to sorry for dancehall no more.
Now, Leng, you can elaborate on the topic of sync licensing?
That don't even make sense when it comes to dancehall, because most people in dancehall are not doing music that is sync ready music anyway. If it's not radio ready, it's not sync ready. So, like, until we decide that we're going to start doing sync ready music, sync music is music that you do for movies, for films, for TV, for any visual film that needs that song or a particular song to be a part of the soundtrack. Whether you might say the actor walking into a bar and you hear a song playing on the background, that's synced. That song not just playing in at the bar because they might shoot it in at the bar. That song is synced. And you get paid for that song based upon every time that song is positioned. Or in some cases, you just get a sync deal and it's, you know, a one-off sync deal. That's also good money. But at the end of the day, you have artists, again, in our space that they're not artists. You never see them on a stage. You never see them on a show, but they're making very good money out of sync because they are sync artists. Them songs they even play on radio. Them just targeting sync alone.
Sync. So if people understand what we mean in the chat, we are talking about the music we hear in the movies. We don't know who, but it always sound good. So now, as you talk about money, I touch the topic of microtransactions. Monetized in a virtual world. So important it is for artists to really I use that as a stepping stone because probably it's not much, you know, as a bookings.
All right. The music business is built in two ways. You can collect fractions of a cent or you can collect dollars. Our industry is positioned to capture a fraction of a cent because of how our industry is positioned in terms of the artist mentality. Them believe that, oh, them can't make it on Spotify, so them go to YouTube because them can milk YouTube. But then you see them have 2 million streams over there, but YouTube only paying it for the real ones, not for what you gas. So you think you're going to get the only person in Jamaica right now that making good money off of YouTube as an artist is probably Chronic Law. I mean, within that little trap dancehall space. The rest of them are pay a bag of money and milk a machinery, and then when them check come at the end of the day, don't work shillings or dimes are equal to what, you know, them supposed to be getting. I mean, for me just look on it and say we have to just start from scratch. We have to understand that where we earn money from, the artists themselves have to position themselves to collect money from those spaces, so that when late and make sure them catalog set away and them publishing set away, so that and when people who want to provide them opportunities to take their career to the next level, they are prepared and ready. And most of us not prepared.
Okay.
So even if we go now and we are say microsync, we're going to talk about microsync, but will the youth them understand it? Will their team understand how to capitalize it? No, because half of the music can't, you know. First of all, a basic sync. Let me show you a basic sync thing. Most artists don't capitalize on. You have your song, you put up your song is in the Instagram library and it's in the TikTok library. But you would rather stitch up your little promo thing and then put it in there without using the soundtrack that is actually in the library, so you can actually sync yourself and earn money from Instagram. No, them not do that. And if you tell them that, brother, coming like a stone, a dead dog sometimes. So you can't even show the artist and then tell the artist, okay, we want a team to take over that. No, we need to get a fan account where you have to start it, because if me no want to get me account, because the artists them consistently not going to pay the PR people, and that's why most of them lose them account. Because you want somebody to run your PR, you want somebody to run your social media, but then they give you a price, but then you're not willing to pay the price because you want to buy your money. You want to buy NEC and you want to buy Clarks and Balenciaga at the cost of your team members. And that is why half of fucking dancehall and reggae is shot to shit, because them disrespect them team.
No. You know, hold on the bottom. As him talk about the disrespect. One of the things where kind of taboo in a dancehall, when we observe, is a lot of times the writers, you have some good writers in a dancehall, we don't get credit. For some reason, a lot of dancehall artists believe it take away from them career for give a man credit or write the song. This is something I see all the time. This is something I see some people
and that is why
about.
it is what it. That's why the business is in the position it is in. Like you're spelling out all the mistakes that we do, and then want me to explain to you why we do the upgrade that we do, because it's just inbred. Until we start dealing with the business like a business and stop hustling the business, it's going to be a hustle. I say it again, nothing wrong with reggae and dancehall. Just the way that we do business in the homegrown industry.
Now, Mr. Ling, you don't think copyright protection a part of the problem? As in,
no, because it is the responsibility of the artist, the producer, the composer, and anybody that should be deserving of credits and points on that song to sit down, plot out a song split before they actually go into the studio. I don't know why is that so hard for people to do.
No, meaning that that most artists not understand the music business.
No. Most artists don't understand the music business. Most artists don't want to understand the music business. Them are look upon it a hustle. So you cannot, for those who want to know the business as a business, them come to the people where them want to teach them the business. But as long as they feel say you can hustle it, you go hustle it. I've seen artists sign contract, get them advance in dollars in an envelope, and watch through a monitor, through a security monitor, as that artist take his copy of contract when him already roll up in him hand in the room while him talk to it before him leave. And then watch in a security monitor as he tosses that contract in a fucking garbage bin on his way out of the building. So I'm not sorry for no artists around here.
So they're not prioritizing legal or financial health in the music
exactly
business.
And then we must sorry for them now when the dub plate stop run. When the shows them dry up. And then everybody must sorry for them. And producers are
you think the artists understand a smart contract right now, the use of blockchain, what's coming to them, stuff like with the use of blockchain transparency like royalty agreements and audit stream payout. With tools like royalty exchange, you can't bring that to an artist now. So one of my biggest philosophy is that instead of repair a broken man, I prefer repair or deal that child, you understand? So me is more of a person where I like young artists. I'm like to see you and 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗 King. Want to speak about she for a second as well too.
You mean 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗?
Yeah, 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗 King.
Yeah, but 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗 King is an artist that's been around for a while. If everybody know what I really do in the music business, I help to build brands. That is what I do, build music brands, whether it's be radio brands, whether it be magazines, whether it be online music-driven startups, whether it be streaming services. It don't really matter. I'm into music brand building. 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗 is one of those brands that's been around for a while, and he just needed to have a certain polish to him thing, and that is what we do at Island Rock. We try to identify artists with great material, pull them into a circle that it can be refined, retooled, repolished, and put it out as what would be considered an export-ready product. So that is what we do. 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙗 is one of those artists who we've been watching for a while and him reached that level. And there are quite a few, I must say, within this current space. And it's been a joy working with the artist from the generation that understands what it takes to do music business and willing to participate in getting it done. Fabulous performer, consummate creative, and a diligent businessman at the same time. And it's always a dream to work with artists from that disposition.
Now, Mr. Ling, how important is networking in music?
The music business, as them say, is good friend better than pocket money. The music business, and relationships are worth more than $1 and a dime. With everything in life, it's relationships, but creatively and within creative spaces, relationships are everything, man. Relationships are everything. Because whereas you can come and you have your money, and a man going to take your dirty money and charge your ex, another man will come and him say, yo, why should I take your money? Come in, Virgin, we can work together and we talk about it in the splits. It's relationships that run the music business, my brother.
True.
All right, but may I have one final question? We just want to piggyback on something we said earlier. As it relates to commercial value of the music and it being able to be played on the radio. Now, there's a lot of youth, Mr. Leng, with the mentality that says social media boss me. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Me no need radio. What you that say to them youth there?
Every artist that said them don't need radio don't exist within 12 months of them saying that statement. Pick any one of them that you say state, create a list of them, and then look at where they are now.
All right.
Because you have to remember, say radio is not just a local space. Radio is a global space. The United States has over 38,000 radio stations. And there's a total, and let's not talk about internet radio stations who are non-commercial that don't play nothing else but fresh, new, emerging or fresh artists and give them a platform. And then you go and look at those people who playing your shit for free and tell them, say, radio don't serve no purpose. You'll never get a fucking radio playing in your life. You could have go sing a Christian or a gospel song. And once radio not willing to play you, if you can't break radio, bro, nobody, it's like you can't break bread.
So no. So irrespective of how a man getting break, then you say radio have its place in terms of building careers.
Of course. You think Shenseea could have reached as far as she did without radio? You think Shaggy or Sean Paul could exist or reach this far without radio? You think Drake could have reached this far without radio? Vybz Kartel can tell you that radio was one of his main revenue streams while he was in prison. But because he's a consummate businessman, right? Radio is your pension. After a while, you remember your performance royalties coming like a pension, brother. Your royalties are like a pension. Most artists don't have a pension plan. Them just sign up with e-registry and hope that when them dead, Babsy can get them $1 million.
Yeah, but go ahead.
No, Mr. Leng, no, what would you say to the fans who say the amount of knowledge you know is supposed to bust a lot of entertainers?
Come again?
What would you say to the critics with that statement as this? With the knowledge that you have, you're supposed to bust a lot of entertainers in the business.
There are too many to fucking count. Too many to count. I am not one to talk, brother, and run up and down, All you have to do is Google me. Go to Musa and look at my credits. I'm an open book on the internet. Me not have to taught my own thing. And why at the end of the day, I've worked with myriad of artists through different stages of them career. And as a consultant, that's what I'm paid to do. What you want me to do now? If you go to your doctor and your doctor fix you, you want me to your doctor to come around and say, you know, so I did have gonorrhea last week and come to my office. do the right thing,
man. I'm gonna get one of them hand in a scribble.
Yeah, you should drop a bomb. Yeah, you need a bomb. Drop that.
No, Mr. Leng, that's my final question to you. Scuba, you have anything else to say?
Well, but that does ask, because you mentioned about teams earlier and networking and how important it is. A lot of the complaints when we hear though is that dancehall artists hard to manage. A lot of people me hear say that. Is that your experience?
An artist is hard to manage when an artist don't know what him want out of his own career. That's the only time an artist is hard to manage. Because if you and the artist can't define a roadmap, and the artist is just hoping that things where it springing up for them head is supposed to be there, no, I know so it work. You understand? An artist have to know. It's a team, you know. Remember, say you go out there, you know, you have to have strategy, you know. Whether whatever sport you play, from you go up on a field and you have a team, you have to have strategy. You have a technical team. You have your entrepreneurial team. You have your what they call your administrative team. Them deal with the administrative and your logistics, and you have your management now. We deal with your booking. We deal with all of your appearances, your PR. That's how it works. You have a technical team. If you have a show tomorrow, them can go there ahead of you or set up your thing. You have an entrepreneurial team. Them are the one where run your set up all the opportunities for your merch and make sure so your record them press up and make sure so your download card them ready. And if we have a concert, so the t-shirt them ready. Administrative team make sure so yo every time a song cut, split sheet though, add publishing up to everything reconcile. MLC, Sound Exchange, everybody who is supposed to talk to know so the plug in so the check can come end of month. And you have your management team who's supposed to go there, make the people them know, read the data, go figure out where you have a potential audience, go find spaces in those audience for go keep some small show, come back or talk with your entrepreneurial and marketing team and say, oh, we can trigger our audience catalyst in a Miami in that space with 75 people so we can get a little show right there. So, and based upon how we perform right there, so you might see we get a couple more bookings wider. That's the anchor show. You come on social media, run a campaign. See, Lila do it what they are. Lila go London. Lila come on social media, make people know so she have 3 dates, 8, 9, 10. This is where them there. Buy a ticket and Lila take our picture them from. I do that from in Jamaica. See it? No, most artists, they even, and I'm sure no, so Lila will go up by the first, go to media and press campaign up there and make sure she available for radio. You book an artist for radio, for a show in New York right now, you can barely get him to do a New York show. Him there up and down and talk with all him friends and family where up there we can't come back and him not do no interview car. We time waste them sometime, bro. And that's why I see them stick to them Buju, them Shaggy, them Sean Paul, them Third World, and I see them not really fuck with too much other artists in the mainstream because them too hard for work with. Because they're not on a team. You bring your sister, your brother, and your uncle. Like, where's the technical member? Who is it? Who dealing with the logistics? Who dealing with the room? Who dealing when if you have a medical concern? Who them go to? It's not an entourage. It's called team. But most artists around them only have entourage, my brother. Right. And that's a fact.
No, you know, I go forget if I ask you the question. Now, Ling, who is your favorite dancehall artist at the moment? Want you lay me a top 5?
My favorite dancehall artist, then.
Top 5, yeah.
Enhance. I can't tell you 3. 3. Enhance. 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙖 450.
When I say 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙗𝙧?
𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙗, yeah. 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧𝙗. 450.
So Enhance 𝙀𝙢𝙗𝙧 450.
Yeah. Them 3 you there. Them 3 you there. Me see out of the pack we're going to have longevity in dancehall. Me can't tell you anybody else or pinpoint anybody else right now. Besides from you don't know. We Massacre and we Riri, but we are talking about new and emerging out of the gun right now. Enhance 𝙀𝙀𝙗𝙧 and 450.
Now, who do you say is the top 5 lyricists of dancehall of all time?
Of dancehall?
Yeah, of all time.
Bro, that's a rough one. That's a rough
top
one.
5. So if somebody name a call, is not a disrespect.
In no particular order still. If you're gonna ask me that question, in no particular order, dancehall. Boy, that one they're rough. But me can tell you from my personal standpoint that the top 5 dancehall lyricists them were truly resonate and affected my life, like influenced my life, my being, my personality, my character, who am I right now. Through them lyrics, listening to them over the years. I'm going to say I started out with Buju Banton first. Then I'm going to go with, I'm not talking in any particular order, no, first to five. Yes, I give you my top five. Buju Banton,
Yeah.
Bounty Killer, Capleton, not Sizzla, Sizzla Kalonji.
Yeah.
See it? Vibes Cartel. Me can't see nobody else when me would have say, honestly. No, I wouldn't say dance. I don't know how to put him, but he say lyricist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dancehall or overall.
Well, you change the context to your favorite artist.
No, if I the lyricist, no, lyricist. Lyricist, me gonna tell you. Lyricist, Buju Banton, Buju Banton, Huey Mundell, Vibes Cartel, Agent Sasco, Sizzla.
Good.
That I'm a lyricist, them top lyricists of all time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know the final one, your best singer of all time, and this is from a global aspect.
Brother, if I tell you my favorite singer, it would throw everybody out of loop. Like me, if you say that, would have be crazy to all of my clients, then, bro. Let me tell you though, personally for me, the person who moves me the most when I hear them voice, like me, I'll just I think about our music right now, make goosebumps run up my body, brother. Alien, I'm not gonna go around you. Alien. Hands down, non-debated, bro. Like, that's my favorite voice that has ever come out of this fucking country. I don't think I dare. I now go, I have a whole heap of artists on my car, but I talk about the lyricist when she just open her mouth, me get goose pimples till them can stand up on my skin at Alien. No matter what song, what year, what genre, new or old, Alien alone can do that to me. Alien is like a drug for me, bro.
Wow. So like a love, man.
No, because you have to understand, so music is a drug, you know, bro. And it's like the other day when I go and watch Kaylin Arnold perform, I didn't want to see anybody else perform because after I saw her performance, I saw Joby, I saw Kali, and then I saw her performance. And I didn't want to see any other performance after that because I did not want the high, that endorphin, me don't know if I call it, bro, that energy, that vibe that when me get after seeing her perform. Me never want to see nobody else perform to take me down from that. There are few performers in this world that is why people pay and follow and go around anywhere them going in the world, because of the electrifying, how they make the people them feel. And that's what I keep saying to the people in the genres, no more people in the business, but the message where you try to carry in your song. Just deliver the music authentically with feelings, moods, and emotions that it can connect with people, bro. That every single time them hear it. Another voice that do that to me, that has almost close to that resonance is Tissan Chin. Them girl when them sing, bro, it's like a whole, it's like drugs. It's drugs. Them voice at drugs on it level. Very few artists have that. Marcia Griffiths in her time was that person. Judy Mart in their time was that person. And we have ours in our era. And Alaine is the one of our era. She's the songbird of our generation.
Now, Mr. Ling, as you talk about the sound, topic of sound, how do you view the producers we have in the dancehall space right now?
Them forget what them forget what drum and bass mean. They're very creative. They have, I mean, their rhythms are great, but they don't know what drum and bass means. It's either them forget it, or when they was learning on YouTube during the days of COVID, that, you know, because they were pulling on the trap producers who had no idea what drum and bass meant, that they left it out. So everybody is into this sub bass thing. Sub bass is fuckery. It's just an undersong of the drum and the bass, and there's no drum and bass in most of these music that these youths are doing. So at the end of the day, where are you going to get the feeling from? Sub bass is sub, it's an undersong. But them learn from YouTube, so you can't kill them. And then when you tell them and them don't want to take it because, hey, they had to learn it on their own. So we end up with trash.
Now, how often do you hear a song we think have more potential if it was mixed and mastered properly.
Every day, every single day.
And you hear this coming from professional artists or only younger artists?
The younger artists are more guilty of it now more than ever. Like 78 to 90% of them, bro, don't have a proper mixed or mastered song. And the remainder of them don't want to spend money on good mixing and mastering. Everybody can do it themselves now, you know? Yeah.
So just said that is one of the reasons why the music becomes fast food.
Music is not fast food, it's trash food.
Trash food.
Mr. Leng, somebody in the comment, Libra, big up yourself, son goddess. Say, Mr. Leng, you're harsh.
No, I'm realistic.
Yeah.
We want good things to happen for the industry. We have to be truthful about where we are so we know exactly what we have to do to get where we want to be. And it's simple as that. If we continue fooling ourselves, we are going to go around in circles. And if we continue going around in circles, then at the end of the day, we're not going to get anywhere. It's that simple.
Fair enough.
Remember enough, for everything that I have said that the youth they might feel harsh, I've given them a solution. I've given them an example. I've given them, so it's not like me come here, me not come for bash no youth. We're there, if you just look at what we are all doing, because we're all participants in the fuckery. All of us. So until we all decide collectively that we are going to collectively decide that we're going to move it from ground level to level 2, we have to do it together. Everybody do the right thing in their own spaces and the boat will float. But if we're waiting on one somebody to ballast the boat, it will never happen. And that is why we complain every year. Oh, Grammy, we need to shoot it Mali them. And like, come on. At this stage of the game, 1985, we got our first Grammy.
We gotta bring up a topic there.
And up to now, we don't have an award show. We don't have a place in Jamaica as the land of reggae where 5,000 people can come and be in our place that is acoustically designed for good music. We don't have one single, every time we have to keep our festival, it's in a big open field. Think about that for a second, man. Look at downtown right in front of Digicel right there, sir. If when you pass Digital and you look over to where you see B&DW Charlie and you come and you see the part there where the man them built for how much millions back in the days that nobody don't use. Look across from it now. An open plot of land that could easily house a natural amphitheater that could house 2,000 to 3,000 people with parking across the road for 300 to 500 cars. But no, let's go to out by Jam World where you can smell the sewage. Or let's go out to Plantation where we didn't work out the road, so it's going to take us 5 hours to get there. Or let's go down to the cricket place downtown, the Sabina Park, where there's not enough parking. We are a country of entertainment, and every time we have an entertainment venue, every time we have an event of a certain magnitude, we don't have car that can park the people or it is housed in a place where we're going to disturb the people or the traffic situation gets unbearable for the patrons of the event. Not a one good place, but every day we claim land of reggae month, but we don't have one good place for host an event of any sort of real magnitude. Think about it now.
Definitely.
There's always some big open field. It's a shame, brother.
Yeah, if rainfall.
No, for real. No, Leng, you don't say, I mean, the topic on gatekeeping. You don't think it definitely necessary?
No.
In our business?
Quality control and gatekeeping are two different things, so don't mix it up.
But you know, if you people are gonna say, yeah, gatekeep if you have the quality as well.
No,
In
because
the
if
studio
there
and
was,
you
all
outside a
right,
critique,
so,
them ever say
all right,
a
cut out
gatekeep.
quality control out it and let's use the term gatekeeping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was not gatekeeping at the chicken factory, you'd probably all get batty in your mints, don't it? If there was not gatekeeping at the bully beef factory, you'd probably get all metal in a tin, don't it?
Yeah, that's an
If there was not gatekeeping at the milk farm, you probably get spoiled milk and don't know, don't it?
Real.
Quality control is necessary to maintain a certain standard of quality. When it comes to radio, understand something very well, because when it comes to most people, when they say gatekeeping and quality control, they might talk about radio. But understand this, people, that radio is designed not to host your music. Radio is not built to give you an intellectual masturbation moment. Radio is built for people to use your music so that they can create an audience that they can sell to advertisers. That is what radio does in its real basic theory. So if your music don't meet their particular target audience, they are not going to play it. So for example, if a radio station is marketing itself to 25 to 45-year-old college-educated women, your song about dig out our hole and dung in our throat not necessarily going to be the type of song they want to play online, on air or online. But if your market is 18 to 22-year-old unemployed, really, that might be the market. But people who are looking for advertisers of a certain inkling need to make sure that their music meets that advertising inkling. And if your music don't meet that target market for them to attract that inkling, they're not going to play your music. Nobody really is not entitled to play anybody. They're entitled to play who meets their target market. So down in your hole might not necessarily be a global target audience. Simple maths, my brother.
Yeah, the common excuse, though, Mr. Leng, is that I fight the youths them.
Yes, yes, but it's the youth them fighting themselves. Let me show you how the youth them fight themselves. The youth them fight themselves by knowing that there are certain things that should not be said if they want them song to be radio friendly or radio ready. The youth them know that if them pushing them song to radio stations, they must know the market that that radio station is targeting. So don't send you dig out the old song to Love FM, and when you don't get a chance for it to play on Love FM or one station where you want to play because your favorite artist play upon it like Fire, Edge, or Hits, or any of them Irie or whatever, you feel away. Your music did not meet the market. And if you hear your artist dig out your old song on the station and it play and you feel say your song can match that, make sure say you have your money if you match that so you can get the play, but you're not getting more than that, because that is how the market set up. So when you set up yourself for unrealistic end goals and they don't come true, then you are the one that frustrates yourself. Think about it. An artist put out him song out there and people don't like him song, and I'm going to say people are fighting because he put out his music expecting in his head a certain feedback and don't get it, and people are fighting. Explain that to me. Explain how that makes sense. You put yourself out there and people don't like it and you blame people. Come on, man. Take some responsibility for your shitty actions. You put yourself out there. If you never put yourself out there, people wouldn't be able to criticize your music, bro. And if you know you never do your music to a certain standard, don't set up yourself for unexpected expectations. Half of the artists, them do that. Even if they do have a good song and them send it to the station, them don't send no cover art, them don't send a good press picture, them don't do anything. All right. Even if a journalist out there like your song, I want to give you some blessings in some magazine or something, them go. Not even a bio for them to start from. And then you say people are fight the youths. Come on, man. Help yourself so we can help you. A helping and don't mean pulling you up, you know. You have to position yourself and have fraction. So when a man give you a helping and I'm pull you up, you can push yourself up with the same momentum. Ain't no breasts around here to suck, bros.
Yeah, I can relate to that way you just saying, Mr. Leng. About the bio and the pick. Because we talk to artists about that the other day and them take it as disrespect. We're not going to call them names still. But the artists take it as disrespect when we talk about having a bio
and
a
so
good
can't
pick.
take it as disrespect now, can we talk about it. I run a radio station, brother. And I go through every song that come through the station. Every single song. And before you click on submit your music for free, when you click on it, it tells you exactly what type of music the station play. And if your song match it and then technically it is sound, we will give you a chance if it meets our target audience. So not because you have a good song that you feel speaking about pedophilism or what them are sexual abuse to the youth, then it don't fit my target audience. So I'm not going to play it.
All right, this is a good point, Pepper Seed. So somebody in the chat say, what about the artists? Them will do two versions of the song, a clean version for the radio, and then what you'd probably call an X-rated
perfect
version.
Example. A perfect example. If you do a clean version, send the clean version to a radio station that you know will play the clean version. Do not send them with the dirty version up at top and then the clean version down at bottom. Because when the music director play that first song, him nah get the second one a listen. Make sure so when you're putting out your songs, it is niche and specific to the radio station. If you have a radio friendly version, because radio already means that the song was recorded and good for radio. Radio friendly means you have to go in and stitch up the song. So if you have a radio friendly song and you're sending it to radio, send only the radio friendly version, send the instrumental as well, right? And send the acapella for the radio version or the radio ready version. So that what happens a lot of times is that when music directors are reviewing lyrics for songs, them listen to the acapella version to make sure say them not missing anything that is not said. I'm giving you a secret. I'm giving you a silver bullet. Always send the acapella so that music directors, HO, head of music, program directors can listen to the acapella version of the song to ensure that your lyrics is radio friendly. Key. All right.
Yeah, that knowledge again. Drop a bomb.
True. Now, Mr. Lane, now would you agree that social media vloggers like ourselves are media outlets on YouTube and various platforms play a key role in pushing the genres forward or pushing it into a downward spiral?
No, it's just like we keep genres don't exist anymore. It's feeling, moods, and emotions. People don't recognize genres anymore. Music soundscape has become so fusioned that you can't really tell reggae from dancehall, from EDM, from trap, from hip hop. It's just like it's too hard. So what you try to do is just push feelings, moods, and emotions. No, that's dangerous. Because then if you're pushing a certain type of music, you're going to see it is going to be seen as though you're pushing a certain side of feelings, moods, and emotions. And when you start get down to that ground level where people see and look on you and instead of saying, oh, it's just dancehall bomb channel, them controversy, and I say, oh, those boys, they're always pushing some dark music, or the music them pushes just all sort of chop on me. Those things have some very negative social connotations because that's how people feel about the music. And that's the mood they get into when they hear the music. And what they say is the emotion of how they feel negatively about it. And that resonates on the vloggers, the bloggers, and everybody who propagate that sort of content. We're pushing a negative dynamics. You understand?
I just always believe that a union is needed in the dancehall space. Even though you said genre is something of the past.
Union. We don't need a union. See, Bob's the Great set up e-registry with all that we can be a part of. We have Jaria, we have Jamaica Music Federation, we have jams. What we need to have is a community, an industry community where we as all vloggers and bloggers and internet broadcasters can sit down once a year like them have Nama Farin or them thing there, and we sit down as digital. But you see, because we're so fragmented and decentralized that at the end of the day, the government nor any entity that would value us as any real value to the growth of the industry don't see us that way, because we ourselves is not a body. We're not wholesome. We're just all over the place. That the money. And if you join the registry, then work with or Jaria, then work with who them can work with in them space there. So again, you can't blame them, because at the end of the day, most of us who in this industry, we decentralized. And if I say come together, make we say tomorrow morning, make the whole of we as vloggers and thing meet a Pegasus. And make we sit down and see how we can set 10 rules for how we're going to work in the industry and the moral and ethic guidelines for social media in Jamaica. Place empty.
Definitely true. No, Mr. Leng, you just said the release of Vybz Kartel after being incarcerated for 13 years have given dancehall a facelift.
No, it hasn't given dancehall a facelift. But dancehall, Vybz Kartel was always a face in a dancehall for 13 years. The problem was that what people don't realize, the biggest observation for me out of Vybz Kartel incarceration is that Vybz Kartel spent 13 years in jail. And in the 13 years of jail, nobody of any formidable weight, past or present, could stand up to Vybz Kartel energy and star power when he came out of jail. Secondly, the fact that a man was incarcerated to show you the influence and impact of Vybz Kartel after 13 years in prison. In prison, you know, my brother. This man was in prison for 13 years. And in 6 months, did something most artists could never, of greater caliber than him, could not achieve in the 13 years he was in prison. Kartel is not somebody, I mean, we need to just stop this comparison thing. We need to stop trying to find a space for Kartel. Kartel is the space, my brother. And if anybody have a complaint about him being the space, then you should have owned it before he came out of jail. Don't complain because a man can eat with knife and fork while you can eat with spoon. At every stage a man step on, the man use eloquence and diction to show that dancehall is not a chaka thing. Whether you they did name the biggest, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this again. Last year on Caribbean Music Awards, trap dancehall had a chance to establish itself as a genre, as a formidable part of the Jamaican music industry. And all they had to do was that little youth, my name, Ratty, whatever, Raja, whatever it was.
Roger Wildlife.
Right.
All the
boy had to do was go up there and make his mother proud and make her know, say, well, you're doing this dancehall thing, but at least you go on a stage and show that made it grow you could. And that man disappointed when I heard that little youth presentation. And I was, hear me now? You know, so that little youth, it might surprise all of we. and go up there, and when he open his mouth with such eloquence, we're going to be surprised, and he's going to just sit trap dancehall in a one space where people have to go take back and say, oh, but these young guys are doing this trap dancehall thing. They come from good breed, man. Them can talk. Lord, I never know that him could speak so well. No, the man go up there and rat gang out the shit, bro, and make the entire trap dancehall upcome just look like y'all wasted. You get a stage like that and go up on the stage and present yourself, knowing you're representing your entire new upcoming genre, and did that. Nobody not looking back from that, bro. Nobody not looking back from that. We have an opportunity, bro, for present yourself good. Present yourself well. Not because we talk about skating and the toll as an artist, or you must go out a road and be like, and go and articulate yourself, make your people and make your country proud, make the doubters who believe that you are dunce or you are this or that you can articulate yourself. Everybody talk about the simplicity, we're out here balling about the simplicity of 𝙀𝙀𝙘𝙀𝙀's lyrics and all of this, but when the man go up on an interview, the man make sure say him break down himself in a way that he can be clearly understood. And when people go out there from even the trap dancehall scene, I've seen a young gentleman who I interviewed the other day, and he was speaking very eloquently, one of those three young men that I spoke about earlier. And I saw the comments of people, so we are going so far, so we are talk so far, as though the man should not represent himself in a way that creates good visibility for him. Like if him now say, yo, banga banga, chopper chopper, rah, 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 like you're not representing. No. We need to get with it now, brother. We need to do the right thing. The youth them creative. The youth them have a sense of direction. But them need to just understand what it takes to get outside here. This crowd don't buy nothing. Nothing to buy in Jamaica. No, music has been an export-only product from the days that Millie Small was doing her record. Bob Marley was marketed as a rock star. He was marketed as a dancehall art, as a reggae artist. See it?
Now, Mr. Leng, what the attributes Island Rock Entertainment would look for right now in a young artist?
In an artist?
Yeah, in an artist right now. If you was to sign an artist right now, what would be the attributes?
When I sign artists, we work project by project with artists who we believe that have the material and the capabilities to be taken to the next level. And there are other people in the music industry that have the visibility and the platform to take that artist to the next level. So when I take you from homegrown and I take you international, they take you to the mainstream or they take you worldwide. All right? But you have to build a brand, you have to build a catalog, you have to build brand gravity around an artist. And that normally takes anywhere between 16 to 24 months, regardless of if the artist was established before or is rebranding itself. It takes 16 to 24 months. And I can tell you this, most artists can't bear past 9 months. That's an honest truth. So it is a sense of discipline that it takes to break an artist, and artists have to have that sense of discipline. You can't be in the artist's head and dragging him like a dead horse to a destination. He must be ready for the destination. He must be visualizing destination, and if he want to be a part of the ride and and willing to participate in the journey that it takes to reach that destination. But once you as the artist and we as producers understand the destination and you understand the ride and willing to participate in it, we'll find greatness. That is what find greatness. It is teams and focus as it goes in 3 steps: the ask, agree, and the action. And once those 3 boxes are ticked off, then we're all in for the journey because we all know what we're in for. But most artists they might look at Mark X, they might look at Mark 2, they might look Star, they might look Girl. And then if that not come fast enough for them can't maintain that, that's a problem for them. Because they want to bust today. They want to bust tomorrow. Them just come and them turn on them phone and them see an artist and the artist have a million stream and them say, yo, I want bust like the artist there. What is it going to take? And when it don't happen or it don't stick or it don't stay, them get frustrated. This artists put themselves in this constant driven spiral of self-frustration, my brother. It's not the public do it. It's not the radio station do it. It's not the Gleaner. It's not the Star. It's not the Observer. It's you.
All right, I think we asked the last question about almost an hour ago. We asked the last question, then Obama, we are still here.
Real me light and next giant and
We have about,
because the reason,
about 2 episodes worth of content and how to write it.
Yeah, man, because the reason does, exciting and
it's
thought-provoking.
The youth them, I might talk harsh, but I'm always willing to tell the youth them the truth as it is so them can understand where they are to move forward quickly. We're not there for cook no soup with them.
Yeah.
We're not fucking around, but we're not fucking around, but we have the potential. So these are the steps that we need to take. Step 1, make the music more listener friendly where people can hear what I say. 2, speak things that people can resonate with, can connect with, that can bring brand gravity. Speak about feelings and moods and emotions that people can connect with. Be more personal upon your social media. Reach out to the fans them that are around, talk and engage, and see people engage in themselves. And they just fire hard. Engage with the people them, talk with the fans them. Use up Twitch. Spend half an hour upon a Sunday or every other Sunday and take requests from your fan them and do a little concert thing. You never know. Do things that engage. You talked earlier about augmentation. Augmentation don't have nothing to do with technology alone. It's about interaction. How do you augment the interaction with your fans? That is the purpose of technology now. Not for you to get likes and fire likes. It is what it is.
So let me just say this to the people.
Put back me now tell you say, and I tell you them this over and over I've been telling them from 2019 and I still take into this. There's nothing wrong with trap dancehall in terms of the sound. It's because when I leave out the drum and bass why I don't connect with the world the right way. So if I can put in the drum and bass and work on a lyrical context, trap dancehall will have a fucking place because it's a part of the fusion, the soundscape that is there now. But if it's put together, constructed wrong, then people now go feel it. If the recipe not put together right, then it now go reach the people in the right way. So me now tell a youth say, oh, don't build him trap dancehall. You put the drum and bass in it. Work on a lyrical context. Work on feelings, moods, and emotions, and be more interactive within the audience. And then we see certain little things start to break for now. Trust me upon this.
So, Mr. Lim, I'm going to ask you one serious question. You can tell me a trap dancehall song where you see them characteristics there right now, like drum and bass and feelings and emotion. None of them out there.
Yo, so me have to give you credit still. You see that one that TJ they do. Yeah.
Drift,
man. Drift by the fuck. Mm-hmm. That's classic dancehall. That's classic dancehall. Drum and bass meets trap dancehall. That was it. And the simplicity of him lyrics was just enough that even in its state of patois, people could still understand it because of repetition in the song and how he plays that melody and across the whole stream. It was well done. As much as it was, called ad hoc and it was done, which the greatest of all dancehall songs are really up on the spot. Is not something you're going to studio and try to stitch up and get the engineer for it. Take your son, take the sucker, move up a front and all of this artificial stuff the youth them doing in the studio. So when them go on the road, them don't even know how to perform them song, right? That was like one of them moments there in our music. And you can see where it came from was a real, authentic, organic space. One of them one take moments. Yeah, you have to go back and just up a thing, but you could say it was one of those moments. I've never heard the BTS behind that song, but me can, my assumption, I can feel it was just one of those moments. You can feel it. It was just one of those moments that was just like, yeah. This
So
was it, you know?
a Rygin King song like Tough would have been on your playlist?
You know, I'm going to be quite honest. Music has to have. It's like how me can go back to a song from last year and I can pull and say, yo, you ask me a question and I can, when I go so boom, I run through my register and I can say, yeah, you know, drift. A song have to be able to stick around with you even after it's gone. It have to have that ethereal remnant. And
Okay.
I haven't played that song in months. Probably from the end of last summer, maybe September last year. But if you ask me contextually, yeah, that's a song that comes to mind. And that's what you call a powerful song, because it drifts back in your memory even when you don't play it.
All right. But how about the people them now that say Mr. Leng biased because Coffee I do all of the thing them way I say and nobody
Coffee?
can see her now. Yeah.
No. But I mean, I mean bias about it. Let me tell you something. And whoever said this, let me tell you something here. You don't have to be the greatest artist to be the best artist. You have to be the most consistent, yeah? It's consistency do music business. Sean Paul is not the greatest artist. Shaggy is not the greatest lyricist. But guess what? Are the most consistent people you'll find coming out of our export industry. Consistent as to the rock. So you see, you don't have to be the best artist. You don't have to be the greatest lyricist. All you have to be trustworthy and consistent. And people will give you the opportunity they would give to somebody that have 10 times the talent as you. Know why? Because you have the attitude and you have the gratitude and you have the work ethic. Remember that. I spoke about it earlier. Is relationships build this business, and how you deal with people and how people deal with you and how people see you in their perspective, make them give opportunities that they will take from other people and give to you or pass over another artist who is 10 times more talented than you. But him don't have your attitude, your gratitude and your work ethic. Trust me upon this, yeah?
So you can emphasize on the topic of blacklisted.
Blacklisted?
Yeah.
Blacklisted is when you disrespect somebody in the industry on such a height that nobody else wants to work with you because of that experience. So they don't want to incur or have an occurrence of that experience in their own space. So they just don't deal with you. So
okay.
I cannot speak on any example in public here, so that would be very, very, very palaver of me. But what I can say is an artist disrespect a journalist in a certain way, or that people have in the industry overall have massive respect and reverence for, or some sort of personality that other people resonate with in society and realize how you deal, or you might have done something that go against the moral and ethics of other. You might beat up a woman, or you might do something that people find morally grossful. And so them just like, yo, me not even want to deal with that the artist there. Me not even want to deal with that. No, sir, me hear him deal with XYZ. So no, sir. No, sir. Last artist no I work with. So blacklisting is not like somebody go around and be like, yo, don't work with the artist there. Don't work with the artist there. Don't work with the artist there. It's just based upon the experience people hear of you with other people. Them just don't want to experience that. And so you just become blacklisted.
Yeah. No, Mr. Leng, with all this knowledge we provide to the fans to the on the show and all this of music and where we need to be. More and more me go on Spotify and listen music, and me already know me go check out the artists, and me I realize that these artists are ghost artists that are making some really nice songs, as you just say, movie friendly and all them type of song there. Me I see them in a bundle. Me I see them more and more these days. So me I wonder if music is really leaving us as human and I go on more to a more AI driven more world.
Brother, people don't business where and how you build the music. People don't have no entitlement to grant you emotional space because you wrote a song, my friend. People feel, and based upon that feeling, they don't business how you write it, where you made it. If the sound effects was you shit in your bathroom, that no matter to nobody. When they hear the final product, if they resonate, and whether it is real or not, that just goes to show that the fact that people are resonating to artificial music or non-human music, that means that we, the humans, have lost our sense of emotions if people are connected with music that is non-human.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we are to blame ourselves to the current, because if somebody finding more emotional connection with non-human music than the music humans are making, then we have a problem, bro. We have a problem as humans because we're not writing music that connecting with people anymore. We're writing music for moments, not moods, not feelings, not emotions. We're writing music for moments. And moments have no feeling, mood, or emotions. It's just a moment, and it's a pass-through time. So you hear the song today, and by next week, we don't know who was the DJ. We don't know who was the artist. We don't know what was the name of the song. Because music is made for moments now, and moments are fleeting, bro. It is what it is.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ling, thank you for passing through upon the program.
And I make my fish call up, you know, so from 6 o'clock, I fry my fishing about tuna ask me. Me there, we don't know. So,
for real, respect for the pass through, man. I make you go cut here right now.
Yeah, but
really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, but as I always say to the youths, them, you know, so anytime you see me and me out there, me come for bring a little message for learn. And I hope today was impactful. I'm sure, you know, those who did a listening learn a few things. And I hope whoever, whether one or two, as long as we impart some knowledge to the youths, and the youths them take that knowledge and move forward, and we can all rise together in the new change, navigating the new music economy, then, you know, all is well. Because we have to remember one thing with music, you know. You plant a seed today so that your children can have shade tomorrow, but it is your grandchildren most likely that are going to eat the fruits of your labor. So make sure so you plant the tree and you grow it well. Because at the end of the day, music is the only business that you're not guaranteed to make any money out of. The only job in the world, you'll go out there and work every day and you're not guaranteed to make $1 off of it. But guess what? When you do, it becomes a part of a perpetual and continual motion. So make sure so you're not having a publishing right, and make sure so you're not having a lyrics tight. Music is not just a creative space, it's a business. So approach it that way. Yeah?
All right. Thank you for passing through, Mr. Len.
Love and respect.
All right.
It's Len. I'm out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our end of the live stream. Lloyd Len, very informative show. Scuba. Yes, Scuba, Mike.
Yeah, man, me there.
Yeah, man, Scuba.
Yeah, yeah, man, much appreciation to Mr. Len for the pass through. And we just want the people in the chat understand, say, when we have guests, especially resource people who have been in the industry for a while and have certain knowledge and experiences, the aim of the live is not necessarily to challenge them on what they are saying, but to listen and see what we can learn from what they are saying. You understand? Of course, and everything what we hear, we agree with. You understand? But sometimes you have to expand your knowledge and you have to be willing to learn new things. You get what I say? So it was a great live, and again, appreciation to Mr. Len for the pass through.
Yeah, man.